everyone, and good morning. Welcome to, yay, an episode of Scrap Saturdays. It's going to be a little bit of a long one so that I can kind of show you, what I'm changing or what I'm doing this year. And I do have a bit of a cold, so I didn't want to make it another excuse and say, no, I can't make a video because I'm not feeling well. So you're just going to have to bear with me while I cough through this. I do have some water and I'm all good to go. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Are you guys excited? I hope you have your photo ready. There's a few things I want to touch base on. The first one is, I don't know if I've ever showed you. I think I'm going to grab my other one actually. And I don't know if I've ever showed you that I have a clipboard where I have drawn out ideas and let me see if I can focus in on that a little bit more. Okay, so there we go. So my older video, it's probably one of the most favorite, even for myself, the This Love, where I use the butterflies and a lot of my Heidi Swap color shine, and it was the first time that I had used that, and I had told you guys that I was so excited to do that. And then I had a picture of my husband and I just, turned out fabulous, right? So basically when I'm watching YouTube videos, and I'm zooming out now, so just bear with me. I don't know how it focuses, but basically what I do when I watch YouTube videos is I grab your inspiration. I take the videos that I see from all of you talented people, all kinds of people, and I take little snippets, or something inside of me gives me an idea. So this year, I say this year because, really technically this is like December something or other. I don't even know what day it is. That's fabulous because I've been off work for 5 days in a row. I've been sick, but I'm still off work, so that's good. Go back to work tomorrow. This year, I started it in a notebook. So I chose it to have a binding so that I could flip through and actually fold my page and work off my ideas. And so honestly, these are just some that, I even wrote myself a little title page, just like school, because I like writing stuff. So again, I'm sorry for the vibration that you hear. I'm doing laundry while I do this video, and I'm gonna have to figure out which one of those is making the noise. Anyhow, never mind. We keep going, right? So basically what I do is I, write down my ideas and I arrow it through, and I just get all kinds of things, and it looks all scribbly scrobbly to you. But to me, it actually helps me organize something that I saw that I liked, or something that I saw that inspired my own creativity with a little touch of whatnot, right? So sketch number 8 for Scrap Saturdays is the last one that I did. But I've always wanted to do this one. So I'm going to zoom in again, and I'm just going to show you that I'm going to head towards 8.5 by 11 this year, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One is because I've done it in the past and I really like it, and I think that visually it's a smaller area for me to work in, and I like it. Not always, but most times I do. Right now I'm trying to change or follow my intuition and see where it is that I need a little bit of a boost to keep doing scrapbooking. So I think it was Sandra who has a video up, and she's talking about project life and how she's moving away from that and storage and all that. And I always tell you, and I really sincerely mean it, it's okay to grow and change. There's my message. Grow and change. It's okay. It's all right to say, this seemed to have worked for me previously, but now that I'm watching something else on YouTube, it's sparked an interest. It's making you think, okay, I don't want to do project life, or I'm gearing away from that. So 8.5 by 11 is where I'm going to. Kate Rohr is the YouTube persona that has inspired me even more. I watched, a marathon of her videos, and I know, I said, oh yeah, I need to go back to that. I really do. Worst comes to worst, I can always mat it on a piece of pattern paper on 12 by 12 or even cardstock, and it still goes into the same album. It's just a smaller surface area to work on. So I make up these sketches, and basically what these sketches say, let's see how much closer I can get, is that I'm going to be doing this page. And I want to use a jean pocket from the designer blue jeans, and now I have to zoom out. Paper pad that I've had for 5,000 years. I know how you guys like that, because I know in your archive scrapbook room you've got some dinosaur paper in there too. And it's not to say that I don't have any brand new paper, because let me tell you, I have way too many scrapbook kits now. I have to really keep up with them just so that I feel better. I'm gonna use a piece of plaid pattern paper. So my PP stands for patterned paper, and I want to give it that torn edge look. And I'm gonna say this is We Are Memory Keepers patterned paper that I had for a million years, not even 5,000. This is way older. But I know that it was very boyish, and I love the plaid, and I know plaid is coming back with a vengeance, or at least I think it is, because that's what it seems like to me. So I believe it's this plaid one here that I'm going to use, and it's already, oh wow, seems meant to be. And I'm gonna hack into that. I hope it's the right size though. I hope that's gonna give me, and my Tim Holtz ruler is over here. So let's take a peek. Is that 10? 10. So it's gonna be 10 by 10. Well, it's gonna be cutting it close, but we're just gonna have to play around with the measurements then, because I don't think there's any other pattern paper or plaid that I want to use unless I go with the red one. Stripes, yellow plaid. Let's take a look. Okay, so I can move that out of the way. Oh, I must have brought both of these paper pads, because, ooh, that's good too. And it's Argyle, jeans, plaid, same color. Ooh, even better. I think that's the blue tones that I wanted. So what's this one? Beach Bum? There you go. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to keep them all out because that's the look that I'm going for. And then I've got some vellum paper because I've told myself that I want to back the photo and the pocket with some vellum. And I really love the look of vellum now. I feel so bad that I can't remember all the people that I watched, but just yesterday, she's so good. She made a triangle on top of one of her photos to soften up the way the ducks looked in the picture with her daughter, and it was so awesome. And you know what? It is awesome. And it's so much fun to see the trends come in and what's going on and, you know, where we're moving to and helping each other with that inspiration. So vellum is it. I bought vellum to do cards with because I know I told you on my video that I subscribe to Simon Says Stamp, and so it was one of the things that I needed to purchase, and I just bought this at, I guess, Office Depot, or Staples is what we call it here in Canada, and it's just really simple. It's pretty thick. It's very nice. I haven't worked with it too much, but we're going to play together because that's my favorite part. So I've got my vellum. I've got my pattern papers. Excuse me. I've got my 8.5 by 11 craft, and this is just Recollections craft paper. I'm going to keep it on the ground there just because I really want to be able to reach for to make some tags for my pocket. And then I'm going to go into the blue jeans, and I believe that there's a page that has all kinds of pockets on it. And it's one of these pockets that I'm going to be cutting out by hand. So now, the only other thing that this really helps me, and I call it your scrapbooking grocery list, is that it's going to tell me that I want, you know, a bling sparkle tag or a blinged out title. And that's because it's just like when you wear fancy jeans, you want like a nice little, you know, touch of sparkle to it. I'm going to use the plain pocket one and not one with a pre-designed one. Plus, it's still the season. The kit that I'll be using for all of my stuff is the Either Way Scraptastic kit because I love that everything on it has the tones that I'm looking for, or I guess what I want to use. And it's got some paper that has, again, the colors that I'm using without even knowing. You can see that. And then it's got some of that gold foil, again, just to bring in that matching feeling to the letters. And then it's got some awesome quotes on these fancy pants, burlap and bouquets label stickers. And I really love that. I have learned that to be with those I love is enough by Walt Whitman. And then be someone who makes someone else look forward to tomorrow. Absolutely awesome quotes. And so that comes to my next area that I think I'm going to start incorporating in my videos. So at the beginning of my videos, I think I'm going to start incorporating some kind of motivational quote. And sometimes I think quotes can have, you know, dual meanings or a purpose, or, you know, hopefully we don't get the negative meaning out of it, because sometimes we're in a state of mind where, you know, we read things and the vibe that we get from them are not healthy. So I feel that in order for me to do these scrapbooking videos, it's going to have to be a little bit more than just I'm cutting up paper, I'm gluing it down. I want you to feel reignited, like I've said before. I want to bring back that passion as to why you do it. And for me, it's going to be with what I always say. It starts with a photo, right? So why do you take that picture? Why do you fall over backwards to run and get your camera or your phone or whatever it may be? You know, what reason drew you to stop what you were doing and want to capture that moment? And that's where you need to draw your energy from in order to make your scrapbooking hobby continuously fulfilling and successful. So this is the kind of energy I think that a lot of you in your comments or your feedback send me back, and I always say it's so wonderful because I'm giving you exactly what scrapbooking gives me, right? And so this quote here, the sticker that I'm going to use, you know, be someone who makes someone else look forward to tomorrow. And I have learned that to be with those I love is enough. So the reason I took this picture is because we were gardening, and this man here is my father-in-law, and this boy here is my son, Augustino. And my father-in-law is an amazing, loving man. He is the epitome of gentleness, kindness, love, and very, very family motivated. It brought a lot of happiness and, I don't know, joy to everybody when they saw this photo. Sorry, just had to kind of break up the video there because I don't have auto zoom, and I just wanted to show you. Anyhow, like I was saying, it brings a lot of joy to people. So scrapbooking is your hobby. There's a reason why you're taking pictures and taking the time to capture this moment. That's where you get your title. Start with your weakest thing. And for me, like I've told you before, my title is probably, or titles are the hardest thing for me to master at the end. And because I already know my design and because I already know what my photo is going to be, I'm going to grab these Dear Lizzie stickers. They're called Fox. And I'll do my best to tell you what things are called, but you already are used to my style. And I sincerely am not the kind of person who gets the name of things, or I don't know why. I just don't use my energy for that. So I'm really sorry, but like I said before, there are amazing people out there who do make really good YouTube videos, and they describe everything out there for you. So my title is going to be You Da Best, D-A Best, because that is something that my father-in-law always says. And so I believe that I'm going to, I was going to put it on that clear plastic, but I'm not going to anymore. And I am so sorry. I'm really trying to keep my throat clear for you. And aside from all my yapping, it's going to be my throat clearing that's going to annoy you the most. But I have missed you guys, so hopefully I'm going to get back in a good, awesome routine and all of us will be happy. So I decided to keep da, as in the biggest, both letters are going to be uppercase. And then with you and best, I'm going to use lowercase letters to supplement the rest of the word. And so my title is already there and it's already ready to go. And for me, again, it's a visual thing. I need it to be done. I need it to be ready. And look at me, I don't know what to do with them. So yep, they're going to go on this plastic thing. Working out the kinks with you guys. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. So photo out of the way as well. And I'm going to be cutting up paper now. And I believe that I needed this to be 7.5 by 10. Now I don't know if I want to keep that little tag in there, which I may want to do that. So I'm just going to go and up to the 10 line. And what does 7.5 look like? But if I cut this off, 7.5. Looks like that. Which I believe goes there. And I'm really, really, really happy with the way that looks. And I just remembered that I also need to get another full piece of jean material type paper. And I think I'm going to pick this one. I'm just going to loosely, roughly cut out this pocket so that I don't have the whole piece of paper staring at me. Now, because I have that cut out, just trying to think if I want a different tone of jeans. And I think I do. I'm not convinced with this one entirely. I think I like the lighter jean better. And it keeps everything light and in the same tone, but the pocket sticks out. All right, so now I need this paper to be the exact same size as that one. And I may have to so 7.5. Okay. And by 10 was it? good. And I might use these for some tags, so I'm just going to hang on to them on the side of my desk. And I'm just checking my timer, because I have to my video, because it times out after a little bit. Is that better? Better? Worse? I'm not sure. Yes, so I have been watching lots of videos, and I have been inspired by many of you. If you're watching, Robin, I'm giving you a squishy hug. I hope everything is awesome for you in the new year, and that you're doing well in your nursing and your last bit that you got, you know, in front of you. And my heart really does go out to you. I found your video to be awesome. Not in the sense of what happened to you, but awesome in the connection that we have on YouTube. So I really appreciate and respect the fact that you shared something so deep with us and allowed us to, you know, to voice our opinion and tell you how much we care and love you. So I really wanted to say that. That was important to me to say to you. Yeah, so I've been enjoying a lot of videos. I wasn't really commenting on many of them because I was just kind of streaming through them, but I'm trying my best to come back and and really participate more in them. Like I told you, I didn't do a December daily this year, only because I never finished all the other ones. And you know, I sort of kind of, I now know that this is what I like to do. I like to make layouts. I like to work with semi-current photos. You know, I like it to be quick and easy with kits and having at least a grocery list that I call it, a scrapbooking grocery list, so that I myself can, you know, visually prepare myself with the things in my room so that I don't have to keep getting off my desk. And of course, in order to facilitate the video making, it's going to have to be where my materials are gathered in front of me, so there's less stopping and starting. So I'm loving that. Loving that. These are ancient brads, but, and I know there's a glare always over my photo, but I'm really loving the way that's looking. And I believe that there's an awesome tag on the cut-aparts for this kit that I'm going to use. And I think I want to slide it into the pocket. I don't know if I want to use any other tags. I have this one that's from a while back, and I'm not sure. But in good Monica style, I'm jumping ahead because I know there's a fabulous brad that's within, like, look at that. So awesome. It's within the right color tones of what I needed to use. How exciting is that? And it's exactly what I needed. And I was eyeing this piece of paper, and it says something about those who dream, blah, blah, blah. Book is like a garden. And I'm thinking, ooh, I think that's what I want to, you know, just because of the garden word. I really like that. And so I like that there's some blue in it. You know, it's probably random sentences, but I like that. It's really good. I'm trying to straighten that out. Is that nice too? Okay. Yep, I'm still here with you. Are we going to be able to see? It looks like a garden. I'm going to try my best to remember to keep that open. Okay, you and me. All right. So now, where am I? I am going to, I know I have to make a cut somewhere here that's going to open up, you know, the distressed look for, or to peek through to the, I do not have a pencil. I do have a pencil. So the distressed look that I want with the plaid underneath. So it's just going to be that peekaboo effect of plaid. So I believe I want to cut this or tear this here. And then here. And I can remove this complete part there because ironically that's giving me exactly what I need. My little corner there. And I had it torn here as well. So I'm just kind of following my sketch and gonna see where I'm gonna have to hack into this. I believe I'm gonna be using an X-Acto knife. Now you don't need to use an X-Acto knife if you don't want to. You can tear the paper and give it more of a rustic look. I'm not sure how if you've ever done this before or if you just want it doesn't have to be perfect underneath the photo. It's just really for that peekaboo effect, and then I can come back and distress those edges more so. And so I believe here I will tear because I've got an edge to play with. And this is the corner that I'm getting rid of completely because it already has the frayed look to it. Down here I need the X-Acto knife again. Just because it's where I'm working with the photo. And then maybe just come back and by hand tear this part. I used to do this all the time. It's one of those scrapbooking techniques that are very addictive. You know, when you start to tear paper and you're just in that zone where you're like, oh, I like this. It's really, really, really fun. And so I'm just coming back here and exposing that tag that I purposely left on the bottom piece of paper. I'm gonna come back in with my pockets again to see where it is that I'm at. So I have to give this more of a generous tear there. Okay, so I really love that corner because it's a natural fray to the paper and it's so awesome. At least to me, it's really, really awesome. Now, I'm thinking that's really, really good. I'm just going to grab these papers only because I don't know if I want to add another border of yellow underneath there. My son is wearing a yellow and red shirt, and so is my father-in-law, so I'm just kind of trying to see, like, can I bring in more? Does it look really good? Should I bring in the red? The plaid detail on this one is a lot larger scale than this one. I'm liking that, so I may change my mind, but for right now I'm going to cut that up, and I think I'm going to cut it at 8 1/4 by 10 3/4, just to leave that quarter type edge border between the paper and my base craft paper. Okay, so I find that that yellow tag doesn't match anymore. It's not the right tone of what I want it to look like. And I do believe that I want a little tag sticking out here. I get so lost in my crafting world here that I don't even know too many things out on my desk. Ooh, but there's this one too. Let's see. Ooh. I think this is the first time I've ever gotten chic tags. These are so cute. Moments here. Top favorites. Top favorites. Status, photo notes. Ooh, I like that one better. Do you like that one better? Yep, I think it makes more sense. Okay, we've got to subtract some stuff here. So much is going on. I really love the awesome. And you want to bring your eye back up to this tag up here. Just don't know how I'm going to do that. Top favorites. Top favorites tucked underneath. So it's not so crazy. Yes. We're good, right? We're good. All right. Okay, we're almost there. It's that ta-da part. Ta-da! It's all magically glued down. No, it's not. Oh, and thank you so much. I love that you answer me when I'm saying, you know, I keep forgetting where I'm at, or I don't know what to do, and you know, it's because I don't want to use my camera to take a picture and then stop recording, and oh, the silly things that I go through. So that's why I'm drawing down my ideas, because they're in my head. Sometimes I scrapbook on the fly too, and that's fun. Like the album that I'm making for the trip that I took to Cuba with my husband, I don't record that because usually I'm either, you know, the kids are with me or I'm doing something else that I can't just sit here and do it. Or I'm actually not home. I mean, I know other people, they go on crops and they actually take their cameras with them and stuff and they record that, which I think is amazing, but I don't do that. So I usually take that to crops because it's an easy thing. You know, you've got all your photos and your pictures and your stuff all together. So I just remembered right now that I was supposed to cut a little vellum shadow border around my pocket. Okay. And that's awesome. And so I believe I want to mat my photo not thickly, just thinly. Put the vellum as well. Okay. Time to start gluing things down. I reloaded my ATG gun. It's so funny that I thought of doing it, and I was so happy that I did because I would have just run out while I was talking to you guys live. I would have been like, oh man, of course there's no tape in there. And it's not nice to say, but the truth is my daughter used it for her French project, and she didn't tell me that it had run out. I just found it like that. But you know, no matter how much I teach and how much I say, eventually one day when it is her turn and it's her things that her kids leave empty or whoever, she'll remember and be like, oh, you should fill up things when you finish them. So I am going to do one of my favorite techniques, which is using, should I use sparkle? Maybe I will. Should I use gold and a bit of sparkle? Maybe I will. Which is using my Versamark on these edges that I've distressed, and then using embossing powder to amplify what they look like. Excuse me. I used to do that when I used to make mini albums, when I used to watch Marion Smith quite a bit. And I just love that look on my ripped, distressed edges. I mean, even just clear. I'm going to be a little bit brave here with the mixing of the two, which means, oh, this one is a sparkle one. And it's only because I have sparkle on the letters, or glittered letters, that I feel that it can handle that. So I'm sure in some of my older videos you've seen me do this, where I do add my embossing, my clear embossing to my torn edges. Just adds another, you know, like everyone says, another edge to that dimension. So I don't want too much gold. And I'm just playing with you guys here. I hope it turns out like what my mind is thinking. And I do apologize for scrapbooking more quiet than I usually am, but it's really just because I don't want to keep coughing. So that little edge, it's got no more versamark on it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that I'm close to needing to resetting this, so I'm not going to do this on camera. Oops, sorry. I'm just saying, I think that it turned out awesome. I think it's exactly what I was looking for. But now that my paper has so much texture to it, it's just going to be a little bit harder to work with. But I love it. I think that's exactly what I wanted. And then with You the Best here on the pocket, it is awesome. I love it. But you all know how easily pleased I am. I just hope that I can continue to send you that. Continue to always give you the same. I truly, you know, who was it that, oh, I feel so bad that I don't know people's names, but I think her name is Suze Fish. And if you haven't seen her stuff, you should really check her out. And she was watching some of my videos, and she said, you really look like you're enjoying yourself. And I want to tell you, I really am enjoying myself. Sincerely. I'm crazy like that. I have so much fun. So much fun. It's like, I don't know. If you're not having fun, I feel sad. Like you need to have fun. You need to enjoy this whole process. Now, the only issue is I really want this to be a pocket. And I'm gonna have to cut down on my foam dots because there's no easy way around that to make it the pocket that I want it to be. Okay, so I'm just using the foam dots to guide where it is exactly that I need this card to stop once it goes into place. cut up a few more. I have to invest in one of those rolls of foam stuff like everybody else is using, because I can see that that's the way to go. But until then, it'll be the battle between me and these little pop dots, or foam squares. Okay, all right. I'm getting ahead of myself again. I have to glue this page down so I don't battle with it anymore. And no matter how neat I try to be, which I know I'm not the neatest scrapbooker and that's not the point here, but I can never get away from all that embossing powder. Like, I don't understand. I try. I really do. I really try. But it doesn't always work. Okay. So, I'm trying to also not put as much dimension as I take a foam dot and tell you this. I am trying not to put as much dimension on my scrapbooking pages so that my albums don't look like, you know, they've been overpacked by my European relatives on the way home with too much cheese in them. But honestly, a little bit, just a little bit, right? Just a little bit of lift where I tore the page is what I'm looking for. Just a tad, not too much, just a tad. Are we good? Are we good? This is good, right? Did I put some here? Do I want foam there? Do I want it to lift up? No, I don't want that to lift up. So, I'm gonna add some Tombow where I couldn't really truly reach with my ATG. I put a half of a one there. Just a baby one in here. Tuck it in there. Yeah, that's cool. Fabulous. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, I was supposed to stick that tag over here. I need to buy some more glue. I've got the right idea with the kits and stuff. I only went to Michael's for the Christmas season to buy myself some new garland for my staircase, because I've never invested any more garland since forever. Whenever I first bought my garland a long time ago. And you would be so proud because I didn't really buy anything. Well, first I didn't, you want to know the truth? I didn't buy anything because my husband was with me, and I believe he would have just like been, I don't know, like, what are you, crazy? Because I send him to the mailbox to go and get my my Scraptastic kits, and then it's like the other half that I told you, right? That I joined Simon Says Stamps, and then I had to go buy a card for the baptism that we went to. Yeah, I gotta really... It's just funny, right? So I didn't even look in the scrapbooking section, but if I did buy something, it would have been glue, because adhesive is always something you need, right? But at that time, I didn't have the energy to explain to him that that's what I needed, and I was just like, oh no, this is all we're here for. It's okay. Meanwhile, I was kind of wanting to, but no, it's okay. So the only thing I don't like about it is these foam dots on this side, as I'm lifting them up, they're showing through on the other side. I didn't make them thin enough, and the vellum is not forgiving. And because I'm a novice with vellum, I'm just learning how to use it, I'm gonna have to do a little bit better here and tuck it in. Is that better? Okay, that's much better. We're okay, that's good. And then come back here with this awesome tag. Now I believe I'm ready to stick this down. I was just checking my time there. I get lost in my world here. Okay, that has to go down. Yes, I know, the rolls of foam tape are going to be so much easier on both of us. And you don't have to watch this. So I'm hoping you guys had a wonderful Christmas. A lot of us here were sick. My sister-in-law was sick. My little brand new nephew. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't wait. I have to ask my sister for permission to scrapbook some of his photos. But like I told you, my sister had a baby. And there's nothing like other people's babies, right? You guys have to tell me. It's just so much fun. Like, I feel like when my kids were little, it wasn't that I didn't love them or I didn't appreciate it, but I was in a different state of mind. I was in that, you know, new mommy phase. You know, I don't know. I don't know what the word is. Like, I don't want to sound like as if I'm not being grateful for my children, because I am. Trust me, I love my kids like crazy. But I don't know. Somebody else's kids just make it easier. You just don't worry about it. You don't think about it in the sense of like paranoia, or do you know what I mean? Am I saying that right? Like, you just don't worry so much. It's not a competition. It's just so nice. You know, everything is fine. They spit up. You're like, oh, it's so cute. You know, versus when you're like, oh gosh, not another undershirt. Oh, not another onesie. And I just feel that. It's just, I don't know. I think it's so easy. It's just so easy to love them and be in that moment of just calmness. But when you're a new mom, you're just so worried about everything, and you don't enjoy everything the way you're supposed to enjoy. And so when I get to hold my nephew, I'm just like, oh, I miss my kids, but not in the sense that I miss them when they were little. I miss being in this state of mind now and loving them the way they should have. The way I should have? No. The way in a clearer state of mind. No? Yes. Oh, yeah. Anyhow, I'm gonna have to ask her for permission for, you know, to scrapbook those photos and to share them on YouTube and all right, so I'm not sure. I really want to use it, but I don't know where to put it. Okay, so it's just going to go back down with that. You're my favorite. Sparkle, sparkle, and shine. Sweetheart. No, I'm going to get a foam dot for these. Anyhow, I'm loving it. So, I'm going to start wrapping things up now because I feel so bad. I don't even know how long this video is going to be. I'm out of practice with the whole thing, but I'm loving it because it's fulfilling me, and I'm just, ooh, so excited to be doing this with you guys. So I'm gonna get some enamel dots, and this is the I can never say that, right? All right, so as I look up to my screen, I see that my battery is running out. So you're gonna have to look at the end of my video to get the pictures of what I'm doing. And I hope you have at least the, I don't know, the beginnings of what I'm doing. You can't see it because it doesn't focus properly. Does it focus there? Wait, glare. There we go. Okay, so this is video 1, right? And I promised you I was going to do a video for January, so here it is. I hope it's good. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for pressing the like button. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I'm so excited. I have so many more layouts to share with you guys and to do. I think this turned out fabulous. I'm not finished. I'm going to play without you. I'm sorry. Get your photo. Get that photo that made you stop and grab your camera or grab your phone. Get your title. Make it personal. Capture your memories. And remember, have fun. Have so much fun. Have so much fun that you get lost in it and you don't even know what time it is. And please join me again next Saturday for another layout. Remember that even though I'm doing 8.5 by 11, you can totally customize this sketch and make it into a 12 by 12. You can flip this around. You don't have to do any of the things that I did. You can totally make it your own. You can use old paper with new things. You can do whatever you want. There are no rules. The only rule is one photo. Thank you so much, guys. My heart goes out to all of you. Happy New Year. May 2015 give you exactly what you want. But remember, you have to give it so you can get it in return. Love you all dearly. Thank you so much and have a great day.